What is up, everybody? We are back here, back better than ever. 2024, the year of actually good, well-rehearsed intros.
That's right. That's right. We went hard in the in the pre-recording.
Oh yeah. We scripted this bad boy. Not only did we script this bad boy, we scripted the next intros for the next 15, 20 of these things.
That's right.
I mean, it's gonna be wonderful. So remember this intro because there's going to be callbacks. There's going to be a quiz in the fourth one, so just keep it all in mind. But anyways, introduce everyone. I'm Nuke the Whales.
I'm
your favorite.
Should I try that again?
No, you know what? Let's keep it in there. That's good. That's This is what they come here for.
This is in the script. This is
in the script.
Hold on. Let me get to page.
Yep. Keep flipping.
There.
A little 1-2 jab punch combo. They're just not ready. They weren't really ready for that right hook.
Ooh, the right hook doesn't come up until page 7.
Oh shit, my bad. I'm skipping. I'm flying right now. But you know who else isn't ready for this right hook? Frank and Febreze.
That's right.
This was an insane set. In Return of the Crumble.
Yeah, and Febreze coming in with like a. Was he heavily favored at the time? Because Frank was actually in like ratings wise was a lot lower than Febreze at the time, right?
Yeah. Frank was only a superstar, and Febreze had been popping off like a lot recently. So I think like Frank had been. This was a surprise for him to even make top 8.
Yeah.
So I think it was, and I think so. It'll be really interesting to see. They're also good friends too. Like they might have been playing this IRL. I have no idea.
Yeah. Yeah, and like so once again, Febreze trying to really get that item loop going, that where he's looking to get an item and then get to his spots, knock down the shot, and redo it over and over again until you lose.
Yeah, and I think just as you said, like it's so important to get those items in this game to progress to like the shots, like those tech shots, right? The corner, the slide, the chip, and because those are the shots that have that high percentage and can keep that item loop as you're going. They supply each other. Frank, on the other hand, plays more of a defensive style. Just tries to hang in there, force you to waste your items, play around them, and just eventually, win a 2-1 or 3-2 kind of game.
Yeah, and that is like I think one of the things that we should be looking out for in this game, right, is that Frank just plays around items better than anyone I've ever seen.
It's insane, and I think we haven't talked about it a lot, but like that negative game state, he is so good at playing from behind, playing from behind goals, playing from behind in items. It's a talent.
Yeah, and honestly, I think we made fun of, or like we joked about it in the commentary or later in this set, but we kept making jokes that Frank couldn't play with a lead. So he always meant to go down early.
It's genius, and I may have a little premonition on what's going to happen here, but I think that it might go according to Frank's strategy. So let's get into it.
Yeah.
I think Febreze is looking here again, any kind of shot, trying to get an item, trying to get a shot, rebounding opportunity. Right now, when you're in that neutral game state, you're looking for just any kind of advantage. It doesn't have to be a goal. An item can be just as good as a goal.
Yeah, and at this point, especially like since you start out with the ball, getting that shot off early, regardless of whether it's going to give you an item or not, getting that shot off early is so important, right? It puts you in that advantage state, puts you ahead in like those shots, getting that half item, and starting that loop that Febreze really wants.
Yeah, it's so deadly. It's so deadly. And 30 seconds in, and all of a sudden, you can be down 4 goals.
Yeah.
But let's
just to establish that Febreze is the daisy and Frank is the peach.
Wonderful.
That is mostly just for us, not for anyone watching.
I'm gonna forget that. I am going to forget that.
We always do. All right, so we're gonna just hop into it.
So he runs, right to that corner there. I like that. That's a decent kickoff. It can get you a corner on an undisciplined defender. Frank's very disciplined.
Yeah.
So he is able to force that into a European, and I mean, this is the best shot in the game right here, folks.
The Euro.
The dirty Euro. Okay, I'm just kidding. For all of our new listeners out there, who knows? That this is a shot that's looking to get that rebound to that orange toad you see right right there at the goal line. That ball will bounce there, and it'll force Frank to either hit him and give him an item, or for Fabrice to get a rebound opportunity and another shot.
Yeah, it's not normally supposed to go in. It's usually supposed to bounce off the top crossbar right here and bounce somewhere around here. I don't actually know if you can see my mouse. So
We'll pretend.
all right,
We'll
cool,
pretend.
Cool. As you can see, my mouse circling at the bottom right corner. But here it goes in, which is actually all according to Frank's plan.
Genius. Yeah, as we said, right? He needed to go down.
Yeah. And so yeah, getting that shot off early is what we were talking about. You know, now he's up in those like half item types, and getting one good defensive stop can really. What?
Two crazy shots that really, again, I think all three shots we've seen so far have really been trying to get a shot towards an item. It's two uncharged shots gets you an item, and the goal of these were just to kind of rack that up, but two of them dropped.
All right, so here though, this is definitely just a classic move where you're just trying to really get out on the break as fast as possible. Fabrice sees that this toad has messed up, right? And so this toad here is going to be breaking up to the top right of your screen, and it's probably going to have some sort of stun, a lob, or even a slide if they mess up enough. And so he's really trying to get there as fast as possible. But he doesn't see this toad right there that Frank's hovering over or is controlling right now. So yeah, once Critter has the ball, you can take a second to breathe and scan the field. It's really important because this is what happens. You get a horrible turnover.
Yeah, and that's a beautifully timed hit. Not giving up an item. You hit at someone without the ball. It's essentially a foul or an item. So very well timed, and creates that turnover.
Yeah. Not only creates the turnover, gets the man advantage because that toad is in the wall. Yeah,
and they're going to stay there for a long time. So this is huge for him.
Yeah, and see immediate. I don't know why he hit there, but I guess he was trying to hit the toad there.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of desperation hit, which because of the end lag of the hit is I mean, he could get punished on this. And we know that he does, but not in the way that one would think.
Here, let me reset the stream for you so that you can actually see my mouse. I think this is actually a lot more important than streamies. Alright, you good now?
Yeah.
Alright, sorry about that. Alright, anyway, whack shit goes in. That usually causes a stun, right?
Yeah, that causes a stun. I think he hits that. I think it's actually kind of a misplay, because if he hits this he looks like he's going far post, right?
Yeah. Or no, I think he's going. What if he's going near post?
Okay. I thought it. I think we should go near post here.
Hold on. We can go half speed. Whoa. Hold on. Yeah, but actually, let's take a look at where. No, you were right. He's aiming towards this post.
Yeah, and I think that's like the shot that gets like maybe a better chance at a goal. But you have such a good rebounding position if you go near post. I think you should go near. Again, it goes in.
Yeah, I agree. I think he was also going for that. Oh goodness, hold on. Let's try this again.
Oh, he does have that toad in the middle there, trying to get it.
No, yeah. So if he goes near or far post here, that stuns. Fabrice is going to clear this immediately.
Oh, yeah. Then you got to keep possession.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So going near post here is actually, I think you're right, it is the play. And you do get that rebound opportunity. And you can try and cram it up the cram hole by just pushing B, or what do we call it? We call it the Dan.
Oh, the Dan.
But that goes in, so what do we know? Maybe Frank just sees the netcode.
Hey, dude. I mean, Frank, and then let's see if we see another dirty arrow from Fabrice here.
No, Fabrice trying to mix up openings or kickoffs. I think that's actually a really good thing, because some people just do the same thing over and over again, like I do, the same things over and over again on kickoffs, and it sometimes can get you it gets you too predictable, and getting a kickoff turnover is one of the most devastating things in this game.
Yeah, because you can see, I mean, your Toads and your Daisy, or your Captain, are immediately pushing up, so it can just create such quick offense for the other team on that kind of turnover.
Yeah, and Fabrice does mix it up. I thought he was going to go for it. Do you agree with that hit?
I think so, just because I think. Well, wait, go back here. Let's see. This is the first go back of the year here, so you know.
Wow, inaugural.
I guess I don't know. I've been burned so many times from that position.
I hate it. I hate it because you're not getting any advantage out of it. I think like if you're gonna hit, you better hit that person in the wall, right?
That's fair, yeah. Because like, look at that. I mean, he brings this toad in here who can just immediately shell and get the ball, and now you've just given up an item for nothing, basically.
And you gave up a free shell too, because that's huge. Like you can't counter item, right? So if Febreze really wanted to, he would have. I mean, he could use it and get a free lob off. Like he's got all that space right there.
Absolutely, yeah. It's still a big hit, but he doesn't have anyone really to follow up on this. He's got that Daisy's going the wrong way, and the toad on the top side is far away.
Yeah, but he's got a lot of space. He can probably sprint. I mean, like you could probably sprint down here for a stun. I think that would probably be the best option. That's not it.
Yeah, because you already have 2 items from that point. So, he got frozen. I think his shells got frozen here. I'm pretty sure he tried. Yeah, he tried.
Yeah. Yep. Should we slow it down?
We're slowing it.
Oh, yeah, we're slowing it down.
All right. Well, you know, I just want to let everyone know that prior to this, I had said to Pied, let's keep this nice high level for, you know, the first 30 seconds.
Shit.
And now it's been like 10, 15 minutes. If you're already in here, you know this game fucking well. So, welcome back to the film session, everyone. How long has it been? And we're only 20 seconds in, and we're slowing shit down.
In exactly 11 minutes. 11 minutes 45 seconds.
Hey,
that's how we do it. We're on a good pace. I think. But yeah. One thing to pay attention to is watch this. What is it? Was it Febreze who used it? Oh goodness.
God, it's because they both play Peach. That's what kills me. Yeah, so
Febreze, if you're Febreze here, you have the ball. You should be watching this inventory. Look, the shells are gone, but they have not been thrown out yet. That's enough time for you to get that pass off and probably at least get a lab here. Even that Daisy's pretty open, right? And then there's a toad here. There's a toad probably like back here. If the AI is doing stuff correctly, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, there's a Peach guarding that toad, but yeah. Once again, watching that inventory is so huge for a lot of players, and winning those small interactions like that can be so huge in a game of inches like SMS.
So you go for the. Oh, I thought he was gonna go for the Euro there, but
yeah, I mean, I think he was trying to go for that. He threw the bomb, and bombs are notoriously unreliable. So he was trying to get rid of that Daisy, trying to get the corner off. Now, do you switch it up mid shot and go for the Euro? So like you can charge it, let it go.
I think you gotta not Euro it. I think you just take the shot. Mm-hmm. You definitely take a shot because then you still have that rebounding opportunity. It's in like a less good space, but it's still solid.
Yeah, I think you take the Euro because this Peach is breaking and is in front of that toad. You are forcing Frank to choose in this situation whether you can to like allow a goal or
forcing Febreze to choose.
Oh shit! Forcing Febreze to choose on what to defend, and either way you come out the winner. Either way, I think that's a good interaction. Ooh, not a good
and that's a terrible hit. I mean, I see what he's trying to do, but
I don't think necessarily it's a terrible hit. I think it's
a bad outcome. It's a bad outcome because giving up that item to basically on a clear is like, it sucks because now he has a free item running down the field.
Yeah, and I think that's just a great clear by Febreze. I mean, I feel like they've played each other enough to where Febreze knows that hit is coming.
Yeah.
And so that is just like a great option. And so now he's got this. He's just got to hit this, and he's gonna take a 2-1 lead.
Surprised he didn't charge that there. He had enough time to charge the lob, but I guess it's better to just kind of take your goal, not risk falling out of position there.
Yeah, you're right. And when you're playing Frank, every goal is
double the value. Yeah,
valuable.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
And and Fabrice is always someone who practices very often, and so is pretty much this motion of hitting a lob. This motion of hitting a lob is pretty much automatic for him. He's not going to change anything when it comes to this, right?
Yeah,
When you add the extra layer of a charge, you risk missing it. And in a tournament for a $500 prize pool, I'm not taking that risk either.
All right. So, what do you think of this kickoff here by Frank?
I hate it.
So, I have actually recently been doing something similar to this, but is running straight because so many people try to play around the pass or you going to one of the sides that you can literally just run straight down the field, like just sprint dribble once and you're like free. Because if
go ahead.
If that P1 toad goes left or right, neither of the back toads are close enough to catch up to you. So it's actually like it's a good switch up. It doesn't work like long term, obviously, but it's a good switch up.
Yeah, when I first started playing, that was like the only kickoff of just running straight, and then people have strayed away from it, learning how to, counterplay it. And now that there's so many other kickoffs, the wild charge down the middle is now viable again.
Gone so far forward, we've gone backwards. Oh, here, I love that. I love that so much. Holy shit. Go back to that dribble movement right here, because so many players, I mean, myself included, right? When I see this fast break, I charge forward, right? But like what Fabrice does is he swivels back, takes his time, forces that Frank to decide right here, right? Forces him to like choose and defend this fast break.
Yeah.
Get time to kind of find space instead of, trying to maximize like every inch.
Yeah, and the risky thing is that he's running to this toad. Frank can just easily switch, hit A and then Y. So, like, if you are doing this is the smart move, right? This is the smart move. But another thing is just to be wary that there is always going to be a help defender if you do this. So always stay out of that range. Always stay out of that range. Is that going to be over there? Wow.
Yeah, what a slide. That side corner. Holy shit.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, as long as the ball is across the line. And so why would you choose... Okay, is Frank in position? Yeah, Frank's probably in position to block it if you go inside, right?
Yeah. And you have that daisy breaking, which the daisy takes the worst turn at the last second, but if he doesn't do... I think you have that rebound also. But yeah, Frank is doing so many long passes. It does work out for him, and he throws the item immediately, but oh god.
Yeah, long passes like scare me. Yeah, I'm like when I do this right here, I'm probably gonna clear this, right? Is clearing this like the right move?
Yeah, if I'm stuck in the air like that, I'm like where I'm gonna get hit if I fall down, I'm hitting B, no matter which side of the field I'm on. I'm either clearing it or I'm shooting it.
Yeah. I mean, like Frank gets away with it here because Fabrice is really late on the rotation, and it gets him an item. Yeah, damn. One like late rotation is the difference between giving up an item and not, and a turnover. And now Frank is still like attacking.
Yeah, just really good rebound there. I mean, good rebounding by Frank and poor rebound defense there. I mean, you can see that late hit there by Fabrice. Now he's taking that toad out of rebounding like position. And so now he just gotta like you got to get to the ball. And you have to commit to either clearing out on defense, either the man or the ball.
Yeah. And another thing though is always be the second person to slide, because in ties you will end up early. If you are both going for the ball, the second person to slide always comes out with the ball.
If you want to see something about that, watch Jacob versus Ein. Which game was that? I forget which one I commentated, but they both just sat there at the when there was one-on-one to the ball and just looked at each other like, well, I'm not going to be the first one.
That is taking that to the extreme, but yeah, it's true. And yeah, oh man.
Yeah, and I mean that slide right there. I mean that cost him. That was he would have gotten the ball and would have been fine. But
Yeah.
now he does have 2 items though. So
Yeah, that's the thing is that like we may be tired, but I got the item advantage. I got 2 pretty good items and the ball. Like this is I am at least getting a free corner out of this, and let's see what Febreze does. He goes for it, and Frank doesn't even counter item. Do you know why he doesn't counter item?
Because he pulls a red.
This is not like a quiz.
No, I think it's because I do think he pulled red.
He did.
Oh no, he switches to block. I think he switches to block this. He just doesn't want to give up his item.
Yeah.
Maybe he did notice that the Toad was in position to block it, but
yeah, and like
that's rip.
That's it goes back to the intro that like if you are so good at playing around items, you can just hold on to yours, right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he doesn't have to counter. Yeah.
Look at that dodge.
Oh god, I love a hit dodge.
Yeah, it's so sick. And now Febreze is forced to pass it up, and I don't know about that item usage, but still, it gets the ball.
Yeah, his defense is so good. He does, and so there he clears. And that's the right decision, right? Because Febreze 100% gets if he tries to pass this ball, that Toad gets that ball every single time.
Yeah, let me
Febreze Toad.
Yeah, so I think it was a really quick interaction, but you can see that Frank was looking at the item inventory, right? Oh, we're slowing this bitch down, right? Yep, saw it leave. Instant reaction. Dodges the item, forces Febreze into like a really bad spot just from one item dodge. That's such a huge advantage. Is like when you are able to play around items like that.
And again, great time hit, but see, and that right there, that's a great clear.
Mm-hmm.
And he forces the triple reds kind of fail him, but
yeah, I don't. All right, so he missed it. Oh, he went for the long slide. That just sucks. Febreze did. I mean.
I do like those reds if they hit. Using the reds in the middle, I feel like is so good because if you use them by the edge, like one is always not gonna one is just gonna go into the fence.
Yeah.
So I like that there. It's a little unlucky, and then the shell bounced to hit back, and so now Febreze is gonna have this basically guaranteed goal. Mm-hmm. Oh wow.
Yeah, and actually that actually helped him.
Yeah, I was gonna say bad luck for Frank that he missed it. Yeah, and Frank there. Oh, Febreze. Well, that was a long-range shell.
Yeah, did he have any closer options? He did. Yeah, I mean, if it works.
Yeah. I just hate using blue shells on defense, but that's fair.
Yeah, I'm a big proponent of just like stopping any rebounds and using items to stop any rebounds. Because now, look, especially if you use them correctly, which Frank is stunned. Here and Febreze is now pushing up with a 3 or 4v3 at best. I don't know where Jesus, there's the Toad. And yeah, look.
Yeah, so this is a corner right here. Oh, he's sliding before the corner again. I mean, that's perfect execution.
Mm-hmm. Is that in? Yeah, great, excellent execution.
Yeah, not much for Frank could do. I mean, he forced an outside corner, but
yeah, these kickoffs are getting a little hairy for Frank right now.
I mean, Frank just hasn't had any offense, and that's what we talked about. He hangs around the games, but like he really hasn't had much going on offense.
Yeah, and he's finally got something. Oh, I love that. Oh, just a bad bounce. That's hard. I mean, that is in. If you execute this to perfection, you're insane. But like that's really hard too. Oh, great hit.
Oh, I think that's good, especially just to get a shot off there, create a little havoc. Oh, you got to get that shot off though.
All right, what I will say is, look, all right. Once again, Febreze is just not taking the time to reset. And
and
he's trying to push up.
I think, and I called out that I loved when he took that second, right, instead of pushing immediately, and now we're seeing the opposite, right, which is trying to make those long passes, trying to force something, but just make Frank make a decision, right? If you hold the ball and you wait, you don't make his job easy. Don't make a decision immediately. Make him like play in a bad position for a while.
Right. And a lot of that comes down to just like, hey, take a breath once you finally have possession, right?
Yeah.
Like this game offers absolutely no room to breathe, so you got to find your own ways, right? Or your own time to breathe. And that's it. Yeah, you got to let that shot off. I think you mentioned it already. Letting that shot off is like could completely open your offense. Depending on where you shoot that, I think you shoot that right because Fabrice is pulling this daisy here. You shoot that right and get this rebound. But still,
and you've got the bananas to secure the rebound, like just in case it doesn't go.
Right.
And then you have all of that open space.
And if you let this go, there's a chance you get a second item and item advantage with this close of a score. That's so huge. Letting that off is so important. It doesn't even matter about trying to make it at that point because your offense can be opened up so much or like wider if you just let it off. And now,
yeah, I mean you can think about pass basically.
And now Fabrice has a 2v1 too. That's also another thing about getting the shot off. A lot of it, when you have the ball, you're like charging a ball like that. Not only are you like letting it go early for offensive like potential, you're also mitigating your defensive loss, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean that was just a straight up turnover, right? And then it caused that 2-on-1, and now Fabrice is either gonna have a corner or a euro. Goes for neither, and I feel like the second you do that toad push up, you should just be letting it fly as a euro.
Yeah. When you see right there,
the toad, yeah, right here, and he's got nanners too.
Yeah.
Like you got. Yeah.
Like euro or pass, anything. I mean, pass is a bit more risky, but still, euro. I like what he was going for. Or at least threatening the corner is a good idea, and you're still, you still got the nanners out of Frank.
Yeah.
But still.
And there's just more passing by Frank to like it. Just he's also going like trying to run his offense so quickly. Like right there, I mean he sees that the peach is like breaking, but like that toad is right behind him, so like you're not gonna get anything out of it. Oh, what is that toad doing?
Yeah. So this is what I actually want to talk about. There's look, you got all this space right here. Just come up and let this shot loose, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got all that space and. Oh, he goes for the sprint. Now, yeah.
Yeah, sprints are so committal. You don't really need to sprint, right? Like, it's like in a scenario like that.
I think it lagged, so we can't. It just switches. Yeah, so. All right, let's try that again. Yeah, you don't have to sprint here. The reason that, it will give it the benefit of a doubt because this is a high pressure, like, scenario. Right? There's legitimately money on the line. So, you don't have to sprint unless you absolutely need to, right? You can just walk up. And this toad is actually pushing up.
Yeah, I think it's trying to the AI is trying to cover that toad. So if you don't sprint and you just force that toad up from the AI, then you have that easy pass to Peach like a lot earlier.
Yeah, and just like yes, this is a pretty fast-paced game, but there are multiple opportunities for you to just take a minute and like scan the field, see what the best option is, and then take that option. Oh, I love that.
Yeah, that's just really good patience and passing, not trying to force the issue too fast. Eventually knowing that when you have that like man advantage because that peach was all the way down in the back, that it's eventually you're gonna find someone.
Yeah, and that was what a great find too.
Yeah, and great short outside slide right there.
Yeah,
get you the bomb, get you a 3-goal advantage, and
that item. Oh wait, you said.
Oh, and
I like that. I like that a lot. I actually like the bomb if that's what you're.
Well, so you get the stun there, although it would have gone to critter anyway, so maybe you would have been fine. But right there, Frank should not have passed that. Right. He had him wide open. I was just probably mashing a little too much.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. How did Did Fabrice
I
just
think-
sell out? Hold on. Are we watching?
Yeah, because
Oh, goodness. Yeah. Yeah, I still like the bomb. I like the cautious approach, too. I still think...
Yeah, you never know
I
with
think
Critter.
you're right. Yeah, I think you're right. Critter will probably get that, like, 95% of the time. But I still like the bomb.
but the thing is, he mashes A. Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
go ahead,
he
go ahead.
matches... No, yeah, you're right. He mashes A. And, trying to push because he sees the... Peach has been blown up. He's got... Fabrice has a man advantage. And see, but the thing is we keep going back to is that he's not taking that time to like scan the field and see that. Hold on, there's a toad down right here. This toad is open, right? And so when you get this toad down here, you make this person or you make this toad choose between whether stopping Daisy going downfield or stopping that corner. Either way, it's a win.
Yeah, let the play develop. Like you will have this fast break.
Oh, that's such a good... That's what I've been thinking of, or what I've been missing.
And it does get an item out of it, though, although I think he could have gotten a lot more. And like Frank right there, if he had switched, that would have been a turnover to the other toad. But tough place.
Oh!
I thought... What was that slide there?
So, you'll see a lot of players do this now, is that they'll do a little short slide to bait out like any sort of juke or any sort of movement option. And then, since the short slide is, such a short animation, you can immediately get into your hit animation as well. And so I think that's what kind of happened. But also, Frank was just in a terrible spot.
Yeah, what I've started to do a lot, and I see a lot of people do, is he's... Fabrice is doing such a good job of keeping, of cording Frank off into the wall, right?
Yeah.
He's cutting off, half of the field. So all he has to do is short slide into that area and then hit. And nowhere to go.
Yeah.
Go
ahead.
As like an offensive player, you have to know, okay, if I'm stuck on this fence, what are my outs? How do I get out of this? Because I can't turn the ball over here, because I'm gonna give up 2 items and a goal.
Yeah. Yeah, I think your best option is just, sending it up to that Peach right there and just hoping, hitting the B button and seeing what happens. Because you put yourself in a terrible spot by advancing this ball, right? But honestly, I think Fabrice had this pass covered. He's got this pass covered. This is your only pass. Is this a moment where you're just fuck it and clear it?
Yeah, I think so. I probably LA and then clear.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Just on the hopes that maybe a toad, or I can try to outplay or something like that. But yeah.
Yeah, but big backfield turnover, and then gives up a second item that's really unnecessary.
Oh, unlucky.
So what happened? We can slow this down.
What I actually think, so I know that he gave up the item, right? But if we go back to this, go back a little bit more. Obviously, we're going back. Right here, that hit does clear. If you go back half a second to when he has the ball in the fence,
I can give
if
you
he
5.
shoots there, right here, look at that toad's that's the sweetie spot right there, right? And that toad is in pre-batting position for the sweetie spot.
Yeah. Are you saying he should just charge that shot?
Yeah, just charge out a little bit. I think I guess the toad kind of goes away, and then
yeah.
So that's why I'm saying Frank hits him there because it was in a dangerous rebounding position, but I guess you don't need to hit there at that point once Fabrice had committed to the stun.
Yeah. And another thing is that look, Jesus, he spaced that so perfectly. What the fuck? Look at that.
Oh my god.
I would say that Fabrice threw it a bit early, but who cares? Frank was just outplayed him there, and then that is another genius move by Frank. You can see right. Okay, look at this. So watch him use the ball for cover, and immediately gets the hit, and he can get that clear. That's what we're talking about. That Frank plays so well around items. It's just those small, minute interactions like that can be the difference between. Yeah, if he doesn't do that, he's down 6-2.
Yeah, and I mean when your offense consists of LABs, like you can't go down 6-2.
Yeah.
So this is like, I mean, this is why Frank made it to top 8, and it's because he can just hang around. He can you only score 5, even if you dominate this game, right? Dominate the items.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he'll hang around.
Yeah, and that just and it's only because of that skill of just he's always aware of how to avoid the items and how to avoid all the items that are coming towards him. And even still, Febreze has another nanner in the back.
Yeah, I like those coming out at about that time. I think any longer, and Peach could have gotten the 1 touch. So.
All right, so he does exactly what is that in? Okay, he does exactly what you were talking about. Febreze. You see, he goes right, trying to threaten the lob and or stun, which forces Frank to go back to stop that, right? And so Frank is playing a step behind, giving Febreze that shot. Which, if you're Frank, would you take that shot? Oh, I'd take that shot over a stun.
Oh yeah. That's that shot, like, especially with no one in rebounding position. That shot's not going in often. You should get the rebound there. Like, I don't know. It's a pretty solid. And I think what's been interesting is I think a lot in ROTC was probably maybe towards the end of the meta where everyone was doing that run back to the corner, right? Because everyone was so threatened by lobs and chips, slides, that like people were doing that kind of veering to the right and then immediately using the wall to run back to the corner.
That must have been like a buffered clear.
I mean, there is that Toad charging on him. I think he had time to pass back, so he should have passed back, but
yeah,
maybe he was just panicking a little bit.
I usually go for the pass back, but pretty much everything is covered. Oh, I like this a lot.
Okay, slides into the ball.
Genius.
Oh my god.
I mean, yeah, you could say this was an accident, but honestly, look, if one of us did that, that's an accident. But I would absolutely say if Frank did this was on purpose. Look at that.
Dude, I mean, because he's made, when you make an accident every 30 seconds to avoid an item, I mean, you're either the lucky motherfucker alive, or you're Frank.
Yeah, that was such a good... And so, now look at the situation. He's got the ball, neutral items. He's got some sort of, lob or lab coming next. And so he can start out in a great position after Febreze had 2 items and used I think 3 items on a stun. And sudden with no score from Febreze, we have neutral items.
Yeah, and I think Frank didn't even use an item there to on defense. It was literally just avoiding items and that the ability to flip the script without literally just by being good at strikers.
Just by avoiding items. Yeah. That's how oh my god. And now look, Febreze with 1 bad hit, Frank has with a lab and Febreze bad hit, Frank has reversed the items and can now with 2:14 left. That's forever in this game to make up a 3-goal deficit. He can really just go on a tear.
Yeah, and I would actually like to see Frank switch these items right here, because when you have triple reds, you don't have to. You're not worried about any big items blowing them up. So switch it and maybe use them a little aggressively, just to make sure you get the ball back on defense.
Yeah, I do like that he keeps the big red first, because I would definitely like to see if Febreze gets an item on this shot first, and then switch them. So he's gonna shoot this and get an item. Oh yeah, you're switching this shit. Instant. Would you instantly use it right now?
Yeah. I would use it right now. I'm not messing around. You only have a shroom, so even if I use either red shell, I'm gonna have a red to your shroom. Yeah. I'm gonna get a corner off. That's a free coin.
This is a triple red angle.
Yeah.
And he goes for the. See, and that's what we're talking about. why I think that's why the triple red would have been better. And I also, do you think this is late? I think you should be using it right now.
Exactly. Yeah. The second I see that ball is not going right to my critter, I'm using it.
Yeah. And so that's a late item. Gets one off the lab, and then what? Is this a second shot? So, yeah. Now Febreze has 2 items again.
But that doesn't matter to Frank. He'll just avoid them like that.
Or, yeah, just like that.
Although that was more Febreze using
Yeah.
it like a bad item, but just with triple reds, they're so easy. Like they can go awry so quickly.
Mm-hmm.
So,
especially when you're not looking right at your target. So Febreze actually kind of makes a mistake here, where he look where he's facing.
Yeah. I see what he's doing though. He's really just trying to hit the peach.
Really?
I think so, right? Because look at this peach, because that toad got stunned.
Oh.
So all he's trying to do is like as long as he just blocks the ball, right? He's good. Like that's a pass to get killed.
Yeah. Okay. So he's just trying to stop that huge breakaway in a free goal.
I think so. Now maybe he could have done that in a better way, but I think I do like it to a degree that really it's for the peach. And then if you hit Frank, you also get a turnover, so it's like bonus.
Yeah. So the only thing I would say is that Frank isn't threatening anything right now, right?
Yeah. You can run to the corner, force him to commit to something, and then shell.
And then shell. And even better, you could like at least try to get him to like force out those triple reds now. Because look, now we're back to this. I think kind of the same situation where he just has a shroom to the triple reds from Frank, and that is so huge. Oh, gets a double shroom. I don't think that's anymore. Oh, that was a 6 deal actually. Now, once again, just like we keep saying, but mostly Nuke keeps saying, let the play develop. Look, Daisy's on the ground. Frank has this open toad, right? You can at least push up with the man advantage with toad. You just gotta take a second to scan where the open toad is or where the open player is.
Yeah, the more you let the play develop. You know what? Let's make that the new saying. Let's TM that. But like as the more you let it go, right? Because right now these toads they're running in opposite directions. Mm-hmm. So the longer you wait, the harder it is for Frank to guard both of them, or for Breeze to guard both of them.
Yeah.
So that's why he's able to get the steal right here.
And another thing is that Febreze realizes that he can't guard both this pass, or he can't guard with this toad. He can't guard this pass and this pass. So he's just committing so hard to stopping this one, and Frank chooses the same thing. And that's an insane steal. What a read.
Yeah. Wow. And barely gets there too. That's crazy.
All right, now by this time Daisy is down here and it's probably just gotten up. This needs to be a perfect pass, right? Or at least a lab. Oh, I like this too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I guess you got the double shrooms. You're basically just swapping out shrooms for what's likely to be a better item.
Yeah.
So I do like that.
Nice block. Ooh. He used those?
Could Frank have just hit there?
Yeah.
I guess.
Well, no. Frank's got 2 items. Or no, not Frank. Febreze has 2 items. Why isn't Frank just destroy? Like, this means violence.
Yeah.
This means violence.
Yeah.
Right.
You have you have a free hit into the fence, right? Then even if you want to use the shells after it to make sure that the Febreze's back toad can't clean this ball up, I mean, go for it. But this is such a good spot.
Yeah, but instead he uses those triple reds that he's been sitting on for a minute. Why did they go crazy like that? Was there no target?
Yeah, I think because Febreze was maybe still recovering, or the shells. I don't know. I don't know why the shells didn't target Febreze.
Sometimes that happens.
Yeah. And blocks it with his shell, that's very risky.
Yeah.
Because now you're. I mean, if you're Frank, I guess it's not that risky because who needs items? Yeah, but you're down 2 items.
That is literally Frank privilege right now. We are literally witnessing Frank privilege.
My God.
Now another thing though, he's got 2 items. Why aren't you just hitting this person? Why aren't you hitting this one?
That's a free hit. That. Oh God, that hurts.
No, Febreze is using that item.
Yeah.
as soon as he gets hit. But he doesn't. He clears it. Oh,
Now he's hitting.
oh, that's a great hit. Wait,
yeah, that's a beautiful off-screen hit.
Oh,
like
it was the same thing.
Yeah, and he hits before the ice off-screen item. What the hell?
Yeah, so look, like that's another thing. Like these players have probably played each other a bunch, so Frank knows that it's coming.
Immediate switch. Damn,
he knows that it's coming, so he is doing everything he can to stop that. Hit him. Okay. Oof.
I like that. Yeah, just
love
pop
that.
it.
I love that. Now
Yeah.
look. Both Toad and Daisy are wide open for this rebound. This is so huge. What a bad bounce.
Yeah, that's unlucky. I mean, I honestly like. Oh, here we go. Nice. But I think that's like exactly how I think shrooms really should be used. Right? Is just use it to kind of create that space to and throw the toads out of range. Right? You don't need to use it to create the perfect shot.
Right.
Especially since you can just use a shroom to cycle it for another item.
Mm-hmm. That was cool. Just like, just seeing. Would you have Euro'd here? I would have probably Euro'd, but like, pulling back here is such a good move. Trying to.
Yeah.
I think he's finally realizing, like he needs to just scan that field, and he is not over the line.
Finally, Fabrice has been barely getting away with it for too many times, trying to slide over the line.
It's about time the law caught up.
Yeah, and again, just a lot pass because it's like he sees that the peach is open, but like there's just no fault, nothing to follow up. No one, the Daisy's gonna catch up there.
Yeah, when you lab that, you should probably shoot this. But what I'm saying is that this is a clear.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we talk about it all the time, but clearing is insanely good.
Because you can use an item while you can move. You can use an item while you clear. You have like imagine this was a clear, right? And now you have Daisy or Peach chasing the ball with the one toad, and you just item them, and bam, you're wide open down in the goal box.
Yeah, that's a free slide. That's literally any shot you want.
But again, we're getting treated to the lab show.
Ooh,
did he do the stop?
He stopped.
Let's go.
So like they know. Or like they've played each other so much. Fabrice knows this is coming, right? He was just waiting for it to come out, right? And so
yeah,
trying to bait that out. Wow, what a stop!
And actually, like I really like that because what I do normally is like when I'm throwing items, I wait until the player sprints, right? Because then they get stuck in the sprint dribble,
right?
And so then they can't do anything. So that's why Fabrice doesn't want to move. I mean, he could have at least moved non-sprinting, but he just gives them that like doesn't get stuck in any lag.
Yeah,
really nice. Gets a shot off too. Not great, but like not a great shot, but it's a shot.
Yeah, now he's on that half item too. So this is an item. Oh.
I almost thought he got it.
He's got a
good
stun
there. Is he gonna pass it?
That's in.
Oh. Ooh, that was risky. That was risky to lob pass it. I think you could have just grabbed this.
I like that.
Yeah, I think he realized that Frank is playing really, really solid defense right there.
Yeah.
So no reason to mess around and turn the ball over here in a bad position. Just Euro it.
The only thing that I can think about is this. If you just wait a little bit longer. Yeah.
I think there's a toad back there, right?
Yeah, but you can go for that one-time lob, but like that's.
Oh yeah.
That's pretty risky as well. It'll still get you the same outcome. And like Fabrice doesn't even like threaten a rebound. He just gets back as soon as it bounces.
Well, I think because Critter almost always is going to get that one when it bounces like that. So, no reason to get yourself out of position. Especially with how you've been like intercepting Frank's passes.
Yeah, I personally like to threaten that at least, just to
force a hit maybe.
Force a hit, yeah. Make them choose.
Yeah. Oh.
Ooh. Is this gonna stun?
I should.
No.
That's weird.
So we were talking about earlier. I think he aims here and he gets the diving animation. If he goes towards this side, or like this side, that's a stun. Look. Yeah. Yeah, he aimed it, like, he tried to fit it in this, like, small little gap here.
Yeah, it's such an underrated thing, but knowing which way to shoot the ball to get rebounds to drop to where you want.
Mm-hmm. It's so huge. Regardless of how you play, like, because at the end of the day, if you get a stun and, like, look, you make fun of me for never converting stuns in my life, but every single time I get a stun, I'm getting hit at least 2 or 3 times, and that's
yeah. Exactly. You don't need to score. I mean, and that's the thing that we talk about a lot, right? You don't need to score a goal every time you have the ball, right?
Yeah.
If you can come out of a possession with 2 items, that's insanely good, you know?
Yeah, because that sets you up for, like, the loop that you're looking for, and the loop that Febreze has been looking for, and I think got a little bit of it earlier in this game, but, like, has been looking for this entire game.
So this is the one time, if you're gonna mash, it's okay. It's fine to mash if you're throwing the ball right to, like, you're rolling it right to a person next to you. I will say that's the one time I allow myself to mash.
Yeah, but once again, if you, that also means that you took everything into account, realized that this toad is open, and that you can get that odd man advantage, and so you pretty much have done the like scanning the field while mashing.
Yeah.
And so that's something that Febreze has done here, and really helps him out.
And now hopefully, see, he's gonna hold this ball. Now I would prefer to go to the middle. I like to go to the middle on fast breaks because right now you're giving Frank that ability to guard the toad and the pass.
So I do like that. But the thing is that this Peach has pushed up here for like literally no reason. I don't understand why they do this. Hold on. Look, watch the Peach here.
Oh, yeah. What the okay, okay.
So there is, and so this toad is trying to guard that one. So there's an open one down here. You want to, hello, Carl. You want to go to the corner to keep this passing lane open. If you go towards the middle, it makes it easier for this toad to guard not only the ball but also this pass. Does that make sense?
Yeah. No, I didn't see the toad down there.
So
no,
I think this. So, but the thing is that it's a pretty tight window to fit through. So this needs to go up now. This pass needs to go up now, or the Euro needs to go up in the next, like right when you cross the line. And none of that happens. He still gets the corner, which is a good shot. Which is honestly a good shot.
But like there were better shots, especially and when it's at 30 seconds left, and this goal could essentially, clinch this game for you. You want to make sure you're taking the best shot. But also, I mean, with 30 seconds left, taking a corner is never a bad idea.
Yeah, and also when you charge it, you can act out of this, right? You can pass, you can let it go for a shot, or you can deke, right? So when Febreze starts charging it, Frank pushes up, like leaving this daisy wide open, and the passing lane, most importantly, that passing lane is open, right?
Yeah, and so another thing is just as you can act out of it, shots are like charge shots are very easy to block, but uncharged shots are extraordinarily hard to block. So if you just like let that go half a second before it you get that full charge, that's essentially a rebounding opportunity for that daisy right there, right?
Yeah.
That's a pass. Essentially, it's as good as a pass, but you get an extra item.
Yeah, and even if you aim the corner the other way, like that daisy's getting there. That daisy's the first person getting to that ball. But you get a corner, and you're forced to use the item here, and
I think that's a good item. I mean that's a great item. When you think about this, you have the ball now.
So I think, I think it's like a good item, but I don't know about good. I think it's a required use.
That's good. That's fair. Yeah. Right?
So, like, look, you have... Yeah, Frank can instantly Euro this, and then, like, your advantage is pretty much gone. So now you... so using that item is really big. And that is not what you want, and... Oh, jeez. That was...
Oh, my God.
Yep. Jesus, that was nice. All right, so we talked about, taking a second to, scan the field and all that stuff, right? I think this is a situation where Fabrice gets stuck looking downfield too much. And doesn't see that Frank is just coming at him.
I do love where it's like, because it's like he brings that toad out of, I mean, not nowhere, right? But like you see, he like cuts that toad off of his like range right there. Boom! It's like he just hits a dime and just starts going. Puts a foot in the ground and just he's like, and I mean it works because Fabrice isn't expecting it, right? So I mean, I do that sometimes. Is like I'll bring a toad out of nowhere. Like, and it's like, especially if you can get like off screen or like for reversing momentum, people just aren't prepared, right? Their eyes aren't looking there. So I think it's really nice. And you need a turnover at this point. So it's like I think a very worthy risk.
So yeah, but you can also see like in Frank's entire defensive like mindset here, right? So he knows, oh goodness, I did it again. Hold on. Let's start that over. So he knows Fabrice is getting the ball. He's going to bring back that toad to stop that pass, right? Stop that pass, and he's going to do everything he can to stop it. And then once he knows that he's got to, he's able to stop it, he pushes up immediately.
And look at that, launching at the perfect spot too. My God.
Yeah, everything about this defensively was perfect. And Fabrice gets caught off guard and gets scored on for it.
And he hits it there near post. I love that. It went in, but he was like basically the only person to have that rebound right there.
Yeah. So like a lot of like perfect passes aren't going to go in that much. So being able to know where it's going to hit next or being able to be the first rebounder there is so huge. And this is a great, you're like you said, a great job because even if it doesn't go in, Peach is that first person to get there. And so I think this is the first like kickoff that Fabrice is like down items.
Yeah, down items and a tie game. I mean, this is what Frank does here. And a pass just randomly into the middle of the field.
Yeah. Well, so this is what is like, with someone like Frank or someone like Milo or someone like Red, like their defense has been coming at you full force for the entire game, right? This is what they're preying on. Like they're not trying to like overwhelm you or like they're not trying to like constantly get turnovers. They're just trying to break you down until you come at them with a stupid pass like this. And like when those defenses are coming at you like that, it's so hard. It's easy to fall into that trap, and that's exactly what they want. And in the later it gets into the game, like the more likely that becomes if you are not on it, if you're not on it mentally, right?
Yeah. Like I know, like going off like kickoffs against like a set, like elite defense is so fucking annoying, right? Because it's like I just want to run to the corner and get a shot off, and all of a sudden now they're blocking that, and so I'm like, okay, let me swivel back, and then I turn the ball over. So I'm like, after doing 5 minutes of just not getting any shot that I actually want, I'm like, fuck it, I'm just gonna pass the ball, right? Like I'm just gonna hit a button, and it couldn't be that bad, right?
Right.
And exactly. That's what they prey on.
Yeah, and so this is it. Like I guess that defense coming to fruition with
Now you could have bombed there, and I think that would have been a brazy bomb, but
yeah. Right. So I bombed. I would.
You would have bombed your own. You had to switch.
I would have bombed here.
Yeah.
I don't know if it would have been the best play though.
No, I think if you can, especially with 20 seconds left, if you can just hold the ball, make sure you come out of this, and like if you punt this ball, it's a 1-on-1 with Peach, right? I'm pretty sure there's only and. Yep. And
more importantly, like holding on to that item too, like you can make this a foot race, and if Fabrice wins that foot race, you can just bomb.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And then you can secure the ball as well. But Frank and Frank gets like the best of both worlds, right? It doesn't have to use the bomb and ends up getting the ball anyway. With this toad breaking, by the way, this is crazy.
Yeah, I mean this could very well end the game right here.
Yeah. Those are two costly back-to-back turnovers by Fabrice, and just like I was talking about literally like 5 minutes ago, this defense isn't like this defense is built to just break you down slowly.
Yeah, and now I mean like again like what do you do against a set Frank defense with triple red shells?
Yeah,
I mean this guy like anything can happen, but this game's over, you know?
Yeah. So, but the thing is, though, is that you can, with the way Frank has been playing so far, you can try and do your bet. Because, look, you have 16 seconds. That's still a long time for one offensive possession. You can bait out those triple reds and then see what you have left with about, 10 seconds left, right?
Yeah. You do have to know it. Yeah, like in this late game scenario, those shells are going to come out like a lot earlier than they normally would because you don't want to go home with them. So, the second you get anywhere near a corner, those shells are coming out.
Frank holds on to them like a G, dude. What a
Bruce, what are you? You're literally just saying like I want to cheese him right here, like hell yeah. But like on the other hand, like this game's now like pretty much over. You punt this ball, you use triple reds, and I mean I guess not pretty much over. I forget how long this game is.
Oh wait.
Oh
no.
Oh, let's see when the shells come. Oh, they came out so early.
Oh goodness.
Oh man.
And like, I don't want to go back and check how long or the actual percentage or whatever, but Frank was down items, I would say, for a majority of that game.
We have a nice little pipeline built to tell us exactly that statistics.
Really?
Fun fact. Yes. Me and PB are working on it. It's a little prototype, so we can get a little shot heat chart. Mm-hmm. We can get statistics on how often you're up on items and how often you're down on items. And plenty of other fun things. Check it out in the next Citrus release.
All right. So, and that was sponsored by Pool Boy. We had to do our 30-second ad read, but
yeah, so somebody's got to pay the electricity bills here.
Somebody's gonna keep the lights on. How else are we gonna do this content? What, do you think we have like day jobs or something? That's crazy.
Man, I spent all day on these bad boys. Do you think it's easy to write this script?
No, it's not. We're on page 70 right now. We wrote us a whole novel. But oh goodness, no, we've just been. Yeah, that's why these. We spend all days doing this. That's why these like film sessions come out so frequently.
Yeah. Exactly. Well, that's what we're known for, is a consistent stream and content schedule.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. But back to this. Look, being down items is not the end of the world. It is going to be a mountain to climb, and so Frank is clearly an avid mountain climber and is very good at it. So I guess being able to just like maneuver around items is a lot of it is just spatial awareness, right? Knowing that you can use your goalie as a shield. I know I did that in the grand finals of the Crumb World Tour Crumb World Tour Asia, and it got me a nice clear, right? Frank here during a stun used the ball as cover to avoid items. Things like that is just like small, minute things like that can be the difference in a game. And for example, like in that scenario where Frank used the ball for cover, if he doesn't do that, Fabrice is up 6-2. And that's devastating. And
to the further point, I think it's the next thing is it's a two-part thing, right? And it's reaction time. Mm-hmm. And we saw that earlier, Frank, when he hit the second he saw a shell get out of the inventory, and he hit and so that got him out of range of the shell, right? So it's first off, recognizing when is that item going to come out, and then two, what spatial awareness, what do I have around me that I can use to maneuver around this thing?
Yeah, and I think another thing to take away from this is that also mentality is a big thing. Frank was down 5-2. While it's not like a devastating deficit, it's still a pretty big deficit. And what he did here is he basically said, yeah, I'm going to make this comeback and it's going to be one goal at a time, right? It's not going to be a big loop. It's just going to be one goal at a time, disciplined defense. There are multiple ways to come back in this game. You just need to find the best way that you come back, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, like, keep playing your game. You know, like, if that's what you're good at, right? I mean, like, obviously make adjustments throughout the game, so I guess I'm just really being a hypocrite, but, like, you know, I mean, like, defense is what got you here, right? So, you know, you can make adjustments to your defense, but, like, don't stress.
Yeah, making adjustments around the margins is I think a good thing, and a thing that will make you really, really fucking good at this game, especially during mid-set. But completely 180, like, doing a 180 on your play style is something that is getting into the territory of you're not even making adjustments, you're just floundering.
Yeah. I mean, it's your play style for a reason, right? You know, like, if you, like, you know, could Frank maybe, you know, use some more tech? I mean, we didn't see him try any, so maybe, you know, there's a time and a place for that, right? And, you know, in an elimination set of a $500 tourney, maybe is not the time.
Yeah, like, no,
and you did it.
I can't, like, nobody plays my play style better than me, and nobody plays Nuke's play style better than Nuke. Like,
Bars.
I mean, yeah, absolutely. Why didn't somebody rewrite this in the script? Yeah, but no, Frank, even with that like giant deficit or pretty big deficit, stuck to what he was good at and didn't like panic or anything. That's like the big takeaway. I think that's all I have, right? What about you?
Yeah, I think I'm hitting the end of my script right now.
Yeah.
You know, it's good to be back, people. You know, content is coming.
Mm-hmm. I think
what is it, Chrome World? We got to do our plugs at the end. Here we got Chrome World Tour America.
South America. We're gonna start uploading VODs as soon as I get our thumbnails back. And let me check over here. I just got my thumbnails, so we're gonna start uploading that. Probably, I guess we'll upload this tomorrow, and then we'll start uploading VODs. And I think we can. I mean, I think I'm probably gonna slow down on the frizz, so we can probably turn up the content a lot more, or churn out the content a lot more. Oh yeah.
I've got plans. 2024 weekly uploads. I'm saying it right here.
Whoa.
That's right. New Year's resolution, baby.
That's off script. I didn't see that. No rewrites.
No.
Jesus.
Director's cut right here. Director's cut.
We released the Snyder cut. I think that's all I got. Stay tuned. Yeah, stay tuned for the VODs for each individual game. Let us know if that is preferable to streams.
Yeah, if anything, we are man of the people. We love engagement, so let us know in the comments or just message us on Discord. You know, I mean, whatever people like the better, we will take into account and then say, fuck you, we'll do what we want. But, you don't like 3-hour streams every week. Please
tell us, because our mental health depends on it too.
God.
All
right.
With that.
Well, I'm Nuke the Whales.
I'm Pied. And we will see you next time.